Hey guys, Steve from Mill City Wax. A couple two-part episode or two-part video. The first part's gonna be a little bit introduction to myself. Second part's gonna be my nominations for the 2020 YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. So, a little bit about myself. I'm new to this community. It took me a lot to make my first video. As you can probably tell in my voice, it wasn't super confident. Kind of made it a little bit easier to do my second video. So, I collected, like most people on this community or in this community, during the junk wax era. Um, 86, 87 to 92, 95. Everybody's got a different time frame. So I was born in 84, so right before it happened. But by the time I was old enough to start collecting or start knowing what baseball cards were, that was the prime overproduction era. So I started collecting probably around 89, 90, 91, 92, really collecting, buying singles. Everybody knows there's card shops on every corner. Now, you're lucky if you can make it to a card shop within 15 minutes of your house. So, I stopped collecting probably around 96, 97. It just didn't do it for me anymore. It didn't intrigue me, did nothing for me. So, flash forward to last October. I watched a documentary on YouTube, Jack of All Trades. Started piquing my interest again. Not enough where I'd start going out and buying packs, things like that, because I can tell you straight out. I remember about 3 months before that, I was walking through Walmart or Target and happened to see the baseball cards right by the registers. I said to my wife, "People still collect baseball cards?" Yeah. So now, flash forward back to October. I watch the documentary. I go into work the next day. Talk to a couple guys at work. We start talking about documentaries and things like that, and I bring up Jack of All Trades. I start talking about baseball cards, things like that. And one of my guys that works for me said he's got three large moving boxes in his shed that have been sitting there for years that he's just going to throw away. I said, "Bring them in. I'll take them off your hands." What the hell? I mean, I've got nothing to lose. It's free. If they're all crap, I throw them out. Not a big deal. So he brings them in. It's all 97, 98, mostly basketball, quite a few baseball, Metal Universe 98, some really, really decent cards. But as I'm going through them, it's just bringing everything back to what I enjoyed about the hobby. Back to when I was like 8 years old, and my dad would go out and buy me packs as my allowance for doing stuff around the house, for shoveling the driveway. And him and I would just sit there at the kitchen table and just crack packs all day long. So it brought everything back. Needless to say, since then, I've dug in pretty deep. 99% of my collection is junk wax. I love it. For whatever reason, I can get it cheap. I have players that I collect, and I think I'm going to start set building this year. My main focus is Ryan Sandberg. I'm currently up to 328 Ryan Sandberg cards. And it's still growing. You can see binders behind me. That I have a local guy where I buy cheap, real cheap. And a lot of it's crap, duplicates, 15 of one player. But you know what? I love sorting it. I love going through it. It just takes a long time. So that got me back into the hobby big time, which leads me to the second part of my video, which is my 2020 YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame nominations. So it took me a while, since Mike announced it, Mike Baseball Collector, since he announced the nominations were open. I've watched quite a few different nomination videos, and I've learned a lot of new channels that I didn't know existed, and I think that's what this is really about. It's getting exposure for the people that need the exposure. Not necessarily need it, but it gets them out there. It's introducing them to a new set of people, new set of eyes, people that appreciate different aspects. For whatever reason, my camera keeps freezing, so if there's a little lull there, I apologize. So I'll get back into it. What I think this nominations does is it opens people's eyes to different aspects of the hobby. So you've got people that are investors, you've got collectors, you've got vintage collectors, you've got modern collectors, you've got era card collectors, you've got autograph, relic, you can run the gambit on pretty much anything on YouTube right now, and you can find anything that you like. So for me, I like seeing all aspects of it. So I'm not an investor. I'm not in this to make money. I'm in this to build my collection, hopefully pass this on to my son. And I'm hoping that he takes an interest in it. He's 2, so we got some time. My daughter's 6. I don't think I can hold her focus long enough to explain to her what's going on, but I might be able to use it to help me sort soon. That'll be huge. So we'll get back. So back to the 2020 YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame ballot nominations. It took me a while. I narrowed it down to 10 people that met the criteria. Now, I know I don't meet the criteria. I'm a month into YouTube. No one knows me. That's fine. I'm hoping that I can build a reputation, create some content, and put myself out there. But so the 10 people that I picked are people that I've been watching since getting back into the hobby. And basically I've loved their content. They've interested me in different aspects of the hobby. I don't have many vintage cards. Most of my collection is from 1980 up until current. And my current stuff is just recent. It's me going out and buying blaster boxes. It's going hanger packs. It's going out and buying just packs of just random stuff, seeing what I like. I'm not crazy about the modern, but some of the modern cards are beautiful. I feel like now, the modern era, it's starting to feel a little bit like the junk wax era. I could be the only one that thinks that. I doubt it. You look at, a single card having 19 parallels, different colors, and that's all well and good, but I don't see the difference in that between the 1980s when they overproduced. Yeah, the print runs are a lot shorter, but you're still creating mass amounts of that same card. But I digress. That's another video for another time. So I'm going to name off my 10 selections for the 2020 YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. I'm not going to explain why I selected them. I'm just going to kind of name them off, and we'll go from there. So, coming in at number 1, a League of Their Own. Number 2, Triple Crown 24. Number 3, Filmington. Number 4, Blue Jacket 66. Number 5, Stealing Second. Number 6, Cub Fan 7523. Number 7, Hall of Fame Collector. Number 8, Up North Collectors. Number 9, She Blinded Me with Refractors. And number 10, Bowman 1951's Sport Card Adventures. So that's my 10 nominations for the 2020 YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm hoping to make more content. If you like it, hit the like button, subscribe, and enjoy the ride. All right, guys, I'm out.